And I'm all right with that. But again, I'm not here to see what they gotta say. I was just kind of curious. I'm gonna go see the movie tonight because I want to experience this movie on my own. And of course, you guys know how I always do that. I always do a little YouTube short or anything like that and give you guys my quick opinion about the movie, and it's gonna happen. But I don't want you guys to go through that shit. Go watch the movie for yourself. Enjoy it. If you guys like Marvel movies, comic book movies, any type of movie, and you're depending on a certain website to let you know if you want to go see a movie, don't. Just don't. Go out for yourself and watch it. And fuck Matt Ramos. That's all I gotta say.
Please give me cock. Do you have cock?
Yo, yo, yo! What's up, everybody? Welcome to a brand new episode of the Miami Geeks Weekly Updates, brought to you by DigitalCrackNetwork.com. I'm your host, Punch35. With me as always, old school gaming specialist, Uncle Willie.
It's Friday. I need to get to drinking, so just play it.
It's 8 o'clock and we're ready to rock.
All right. So, yes, thank God for Friday. Thank God we're playing that. I'm happy. Am I? Willie?
No, you're not.
Fuck Matt Ramos. That's what I gotta say. Just, oh my God. I had to get it out of my fucking chest. Fuck him. I don't like that kid, bro. Oh my God.
Dude.
What?
Dude, I already told you. If your hate boner for Matt Ramos lasts more than 4 hours, go see a doctor.
Oh, I'm gonna fuck the doctor too. Oh my God.
Great.
We'll get
He's gonna fuck. He's gonna fuck a doctor.
Yes.
I mean, at least you'll be in something smart.
I mean, you're not wrong. I mean, you know, that'd be the high point of my life, anyways. But either way, guys, either way.
As long as it ain't me.
Yeah. But let's go on, man. We have a lot to talk about before we get to the whole thing with Ant-Man and the Wasp, as you saw here in the title, because there's things going on that we need to discuss, and I think it's about time. It's about that time, guys. We need to talk about it, and it needs to be done today. So let's talk about the first article today, which is Marvel Studios is likely to delay Ironheart and the Echo series. Am I mad about that? I might say a little bit, because I do want to see the Echo series. I really do. After seeing her, that character, in the Daredevil series, I want to see a little more of that character, because I
wasn't in Daredevil.
Echo?
She was in Hawkeye. She was in Hawkeye.
Oh, that's right, because Daredevil hasn't come out yet. Fuck. You see? Fuck Matt Ramos, bro. That's what happened.
Yes. The fact that he forgot Hawkeye as a series is Matt Ramos' fault.
It is.
Somehow.
It is. All right. So look. Yes, Will, you're right. She was in the Hawkeye series. But I kind of like that character. I wanted to see a little more built into her and see what's going on and whatnot and so forth. Ironheart. No, bro. No. Unless the series is going to be a little more interesting than when we saw her in Wakanda Forever, maybe. To me, I didn't give three shits about that character. But let's see. Who knows? Maybe in the TV series might be fucking amazing. But back to the whole situation at hand. They're going to be delayed. Now, Willie, what's going on with the whole MCU fucking series verse, I'm guessing, or whatever the fuck the
MCU. It is a verse.
It's a universe. Yeah. So what's going on here that these series are going to be delayed? What's going on here at all? Like, what's up?
Well, this all comes from a Hollywood Reporter report, where it discussed how Bob Iger wanted to slow down the release of MCU shows on Disney Plus.
Okay.
He wants them to have more work on them in post-production. In other words, he wants to space them out. He wants to give them air to breathe.
Okay, so like the way I'm looking at it, we're trying to give the people that are behind the computers and all that stuff, all the graphic designers, a little more space for them to breathe and not pump these shows out like fucking candy, technically.
Something like that. I mean, part of this is because Disney agreed that they have to be more, quote unquote, fiscally responsible with their projects, not just throwing money everywhere, because sales of their stock has gone down, and there was an activist investor that wanted to take over the board because he wanted changes in Disney. It started even before Bob Iger came back. Bob Iger acknowledges that yes, there are some things that Disney needs to do to improve because they are hemorrhaging money,
Yeah.
and so they want to be more fiscally responsible. Instead of throwing 4 or 5 Disney Plus shows, they want to do only 2. It's a given that the second season of Loki is a goal for 2023,
Okay.
but they mentioned Echo and Ironheart in the article, but Agatha Coven of Chaos and the second season of What If have also been talked about as far as pushing them back. Loki season 2 and Secret Invasion are the ones that are pretty much locks for 2023.
Okay. So it's for sure.
For those of you that are those of you heavy into Disney Plus TV shows, you're gonna get 2 of them this year. They are 2 big ones.
Well, can I say something though? Despite the fact that we're just going to get 2 TV shows for Disney Plus, I'm okay with that. I'm okay with that.
I am as well.
I
am
mean,
as well.
Because I like, at least from my personal opinion here, Willie, and I'm not sure if this will, bounce off to you. I almost felt like we were getting waterboarded with all these fucking shows that they're pumping out to a point where if you're a reviewer for these shows, you almost felt like you had to literally be on the TV 24/7 because there was a show after a show, a movie, a show, a movie, a show, right after another, to a point where you're like, holy fuck, I can't keep up with all this shit. I kind of like the fact that they're doing this.
There is some of that in there, and more. I mean, it's not. I mean, I guess we'll get into it. This will be an overarching topic in this show because let's face it, the MCU is not the only one.
Okay.
Let's talk about the fact that Liam Neeson is talking about he's talking about Star Wars in this case.
Okay.
But it's more or less along the lines of what I'm going to get at, in that he says that the magic of Star Wars has been, quote unquote, taken away due to so many spinoffs.
I agree. I'm not gonna. I don't disagree on what he's saying there. He's actually right. I love Star Wars. I love Star Wars. I like all the things they do for it. Mandalorian, really cool stuff. But I almost feel that there's a lot of things they're just pumping out. I mean, for Star Wars, that they're just taking that thrill when you hear the word Star Wars away from you. I mean, let's go back a couple of years. Let's say before they started the new episode 7. You want to say? I guess
before Disney took over,
technically. So whenever you heard Star Wars, you're like, oh my god, yes, the lightsaber fights, Darth Vader, and all these cool stuff. And then, oh my god, you got to go to Disney World because they have this one area that has a couple Star Wars, right? And you'll just be pretty much invested into it to a point to, like, let's say AMC or one of the other channels, when they play those reruns on a certain holiday or a certain week, you're glued to see those episodes. You're like, oh man, I gotta see this then because it's so awesome, it's so in there. Nowadays it's like, oh okay, it's just Star Wars, like okay, it's there, yeah, sure, yeah, Luke Skywalker, oh yeah, Vader. I almost feel like to a point that it's taking that thrill, that fun, that magic, like Liam Neeson said, away from it. And he's right. Like I'm a little done with it. I wish I could just kind of like, give some time, let it breathe a little bit, kind of pass it around, scatter it a little bit, kind of like how Marvel's gonna be doing right now. It will make it, at least to me, it'll make the series of Star Wars a little bit more enjoyable, even if it's taking place in certain times of the Empire and whatnot. But at least that's just my opinion. Well,
Liam Neeson must be of the opinion as well. Mm-hmm. He was on a show called What Happens Live.
Okay.
And he was asked if he was willing to reprise Qui-Gon Jinn, and he said, "No, I'm not." And it is a direct quote. "There's so many spin-offs of Star Wars, it's diluting it to me, and it's taken away the mystery and the magic in a weird way."
I get it.
Here's the thing. Think about, because you're delineating the time before Disney bought Lucasfilm.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, there were a lot of Star Wars projects. You had six mainline movies.
Yeah.
and you had some animated series.
Yes.
Wasn't that much. The thing with Disney buying Lucasfilm was they wanted to basically annualize Star Wars. They wanted to come out with new Star Wars movies constantly. Obviously, you can't keep making. I mean, you could if you wanted to, but they're expensive. Making mainline movies, episodes 7, 8, and 9 were the only three. But no. We want to tell side stories too. Hell, Rogue One. What happened before the rebels got the plans?
Which I thought was pretty good. Which I thought was pretty good. Yes.
Then a prequel for Han Solo. Oh, who was Han Solo before Episode 4?
It was kind of a medium for me. Like I was like, oh, cool, I get to see him do the whole
bad movie.
No, it wasn't.
Care?
No, I did want to see the race at least. I did want to see the race. That's all I care about. Yeah,
but after a certain point, and this is happening with a lot of properties. It's not just say Star Wars. We can throw the MCU in there, throw Star Trek in there, throw any like nerd series that was treasured. You can say that has been freaking run to the ground.
Yeah, I agree.
Because that's the reality that we live in now, where it's all about having streaming services and having content to put in those streaming services.
Yeah.
That's why we have season 3 of Picard, a series that I think only 3 people like, and I think 2 of them work on it. And all these Star Trek series that have to be on there because Jesus Christ, we have Star Trek. We need to put content on Paramount Plus. Make more shit. At a certain time, people just start burning out on stuff.
I get it. And it's true.
You hear there's going to be another Star Wars series on Disney Plus. They're talking about now getting back to making Star Wars movies because they gave it a break after the shit show that was episodes 8 and 9.
Yeah.
They want to get back to making Star Wars movies. They have to make their money. How excited are people to see more Star Wars movies?
Not a lot. I mean, I'm not thrilled at all. I'm not really looking forward to it. I don't really care. Now, there better be some sort of compelling story to it, but overall, okay, you know how we are. We're going to fucking watch the movie regardless of the fact. We're going to have to watch it. But personally, I'm just done. Like, it gets to a point where I'm like, okay, man, I get it. Yeah, all right, yeah. Oh, look, Chewbacca's in this fucking movie too, and all that shit. Yeah, okay, yeah, I'm done. But who knows? Maybe there's something there. Maybe a little flair that's gonna bring this fucking franchise back up the same way, like with Marvel and like the way Marvel's doing their things right now. Which I pray that they keep going with this type of style. I'm pretty sure that it's gonna bring us back. They could focus more on storytelling. They could probably focus more on certain graphics and certain things that they're trying to add to those series. That'll make it more appealing. I'm just gonna say right now, Phase 4 to me was all blur because I didn't feel nothing. I only felt for 2 or 3 shows maybe and 1 movie. That's it, and that's pretty sad because I love Marvel, but that's just my opinion, man. And I just feel like if they're gonna space things out like this in movies and shows, give us something we can like about. Maybe focus more into the storytelling. Give us something that I'm pretty sure that if you're a comic book reader and you know the source material, give us something to a point that would be like, oh shit, they actually did the homework and they fucking figure something out. Again,
all right, but I got a question for you because you keep saying no. They focus on a good story.
Okay.
What story?
Whatever.
Here's why I asked this. Here's why I asked.
Okay. Go.
Okay. And this is more on. I mean, we're just going through all these articles because they're all parts of the same whole.
Correct.
There's a lot of back and forth about Ant-Man and the Wasp Quantumania.
Yes.
I know that I've said that I hate talking about Rotten Tomatoes, but the fucking thing won't go away, and people keep paying attention to it.
It won't go away.
Okay?
That's the sad thing.
It's the review score on Rotten Tomatoes for Ant-Man and the Wasp Quantumania has hovered on the upper 40s, lower 50s.
Yes. Kind of like Miami's weather
Okay.
right now.
That's not great. But then again, that's reviewers saying that it's not that good.
Correct.
Give a shit about what they think. Well, a lot of people care.
Oh,
And they're getting
a lot
mad
do.
about it. They're getting mad about it because, well, they're being unfair. Right now, I'm looking at Rotten Tomatoes. It has a review score of 48%.
Yeah, 48. You're absolutely right.
The audience score is 84%, meaning that a lot of people really like it.
Yeah.
Are reviewers wrong?
No,
I mean, that's their opinion.
That's what good. Thank you.
That's their opinion. And I think at the end of the day, you're sitting there talking about, well, all I need to do is make a good story. I'm of the opinion I don't think the story matters anymore.
For the whole thing with the MCU?
Yes.
Okay.
I don't think the story matters anywhere as much as we'd like to think it would. And I'll tell you why.
Okay.
Now the MCU has become such a big machine that it's not about, I don't think it's that. I think people stopped caring about, is it going to be a good story? I'm at the point now where I'm thinking that people are obsessed with, is it going to be like Thanos?
I think everyone is left with that image in their head after Endgame, and you're absolutely right. You're right.
The MCU, the first 3 phases were all a build-up towards Thanos, the
Correct.
big bad.
Correct.
This is the motherfucker that is going to turn the entire universe into Jello pudding pops. Yes, a world run by Bill Cosby, and that's the worst thing that could possibly happen.
Yeah, but we're all gonna get fucked.
People were incredibly invested in that, and they want to be invested just like they were with Thanos.
Mm-hmm.
Marvel went publicly and said that Phase 4 was all about the world basically coming to terms with the fact that shit had disappeared for 5 years, and how are they gonna go back to living normal after the blip. All right, I get it, but no, people want that huge feeling of, oh no, the universe, there's this huge big bad thing that we have to go stop, and where's Captain America?
Yeah, you're not wrong about that. You're right.
My opinion. Also, this just gotten tiring. I'm the biggest comic book fan that you're gonna find.
Yes.
Physically as well, because I'm fat. But dude, after a certain amount of time, it's like, let it go. Do something else. I love Marvel. I love DC. Do something else.
Okay. But it kind of comes back to where I'm trying to gravitate to, Willie. I think Phase 4, personally, we all had some high expectations, and they really fucked us.
How much of that was, oh my God, after everything that happened with Thanos, the next shit has to be insane.
But technically, that's what everyone's mentality was. I even thought, coño, they're gonna probably do something like extravagant to the point that we're gonna be like, Phase 4 cannot top Phase 3 and shit like that. Like it was like that's how I was kind of thinking. Once I got to Phase 4, I'm like, okay, it's a warm up. It's still warming. Okay, I think the it's off. I think it's being powered by the sun. It's not fucking warming shit up. It's it's room temperature now. This shit's not even fucking doing nothing. And it's true. It didn't. Like, look, my thing about the whole storytelling, I want to invest that imaginary thought into the movie. I want them to make me believe that there's a big ass threat happening, and that I have to wait for certain movies to come out to understand this whole plot of what's going on. I love movies that have meaning. You know what I'm saying? Shut up, Willie. I know what you're gonna say. Shut up. I know. I seen the room.
I don't.
What?
No. Calm the fuck down.
Okay.
calm the fuck down.
I thought you were gonna bring the room and all these fuckers. I'm like, look.
No,
I
no,
like
no, no,
shitty
no.
movies. I get it, but you know what I'm saying.
Calm the fuck down.
Okay.
I go back.
Okay.
What story? I'm going to use a Star Wars analogy again.
Okay.
All the huge mega nerd turbo fans of Star Wars don't think it's a Star Wars story unless somehow, some way, Darth Vader and Luke Skywalker are involved.
Okay. Yeah.
All the best stories, in their opinion, somehow lead back to those two motherfuckers.
Yeah. Eventually, because it kind of leads off and starts off with them, even though it already ended, but they always had to be kind of like run through the mud again and brought back. You're right.
Exactly. There's a contingent of people who like the universe, but want to see other stories in the Star Wars universe.
Yeah.
And Sandor. But there's a group of people who refuse to believe that anything that happens in a galaxy far, far away does not involve some dude with a glowy stick. Therefore, the one episode that everybody remembers of The Mandalorian is the ending of season 2 when Luke Skywalker shows up.
Yeah, because it was just one of those moments that nobody expected. And you're right. Okay. It's a memorable moment. It's a moment that nobody expected to happen. And you're right. I even was like, what the fuck? What the hell is he doing here?
But I go back.
Yeah.
Oh, no, it's about the stories. What stories?
Okay. I guess the one that they're trying to give
There are people that want the MCU to just be about Tony Stark and Captain America.
Yeah, that's one universe.
There are people that are like, hey, where'd the white people go? Let's be serious. Let's facts. There are people who are sitting there saying the MCU would be a lot better if they kept the white people. So it's not about telling good stories. I'll go on a limb and say that there were some very good stories told in Phase 4.
At least some. That's why I was like saying I didn't really thrash and bash fucking Phase 4 too hard because it had some. It really did.
They may not have been very compelling stories to some people, but there were good stories told.
Yeah,
I'm gonna always hold up Shang-Chi as the paragon of season 4.
I actually like Shang-Chi. I enjoyed that movie a lot. I thought that movie was actually it was really good.
I'll hold up Shang-Chi because as a standalone movie, forget about having any kind of winks to the MCU. As a standalone movie, it's a good movie.
You're right.
As much as I enjoyed Spider-Man No Way Home, that was fan service the movie.
Oh,
and I'm not mad about it.
Fucking awesome. That movie was great.
And I'm not mad about it.
You're right.
But that's just fan service the movie.
Yeah.
That was just a really cool way to just blow up Spider-Man and return it back to the status quo.
Yeah.
That's all it was.
And like just to get back to the point though, Willie, with Rotten Tomatoes and stuff like that. I know a lot of people out there, you're probably one of them, that you guys depend on Rotten Tomatoes to give you that, should I watch the movie or shouldn't I?
Oh no.
Don't depend on that, dude. No, just don't depend. No. And that's the thing. A lot of the reviewers that are on there, at least the majority I know already, and I didn't expect certain things. For instance, Double Toasted, Corey Coleman, he didn't like this movie at all. Hell, he did an episode about it, already something minutes long, talking about it and how that he didn't like it. He thought it was just like a whatever movie, a fuck it movie. They make fun of it. They make fun of MODOK, whatever the case is. His opinion is on Rotten Tomatoes, and he gave it a bad review. Another commentator that I thought that it was pretty interesting, that he even gave it a good tomato, Movie Bob. I did not expect him to give it something up there. Technically, the score that he gave it was a 7 out of 10. He's talking about it, and he's telling you that, there's, of course, every movie, there's always a little flaw. But what he turns out to say here in the end is that the movie takes a hard, it just starts getting weird and interesting when Jonathan Majors shows up. And you know what? That's pretty cool. I'm like, you know what? And he's a really tough reviewer. And by tough, I mean that motherfucker will drag you to the fucking asphalt and pinpoint pick everything off that fucking movie and tell you if it's good or not. And I was kind of surprised. Another group, comicbookmovies.com. They actually gave it a 3.5 out of 5 ratings for this movie. Still talking about that it's a good movie and a hell of an opener for phase 4, which I'm like, all right, cool. And I'm all right with that. But again, I'm not here to see what they gotta say. I was just kind of curious. I'm gonna go see the movie tonight because I want to experience this movie on my own. And of course, you guys know how I always do that. I always do a little YouTube short or anything like that and give you guys my quick opinion about the movie, and it's gonna happen. But I don't want you guys to go through that shit. Go watch the movie for yourself. Enjoy it. If you guys like Marvel movies, comic book movies, any type of movie, and you're depending on a certain website to let you know if you want to go see a movie, don't. Just don't. Go out for yourself and watch it. And fuck Matt Ramos. That's all I gotta say.
I'll go a different step. It's always good to get opinions outside of what you think of something.
Yes.
Just to get perspectives. Mm-hmm. Like a lot of people aren't big fans of Movie Bob, but I watch his reviews. Mm-hmm. Just to get because he is a comic book nerd. So just to get the comic book nerd perspective.
Yes.
And I'll watch other reviewers for different reasons. This is for everything, not just movies, video games as well. Don't just go and suck yourself into a mentality of, oh, no, it's only what I think. Mm-hmm. Or I only listen to what these people think. Yeah. Challenge yourself. Yeah. Get perspectives from people that you may not agree with. Just to see how different people see something. Because you can never, ever get the full gist of a movie by just listening to 2 or 3 people.
And you're absolutely right. It's always the point of view.
And you should look out for different opinions because maybe they'll see shit that'll make you appreciate something more.
Totally agree with you. And again, I'm going to say this one more time, just because. Go ahead.
No. I know what you're going to say. Mm-hmm. I'm gonna counter you by saying, go see a doctor.
Fuck him, bro. Fuck him.
You know what?
Oh my God.
You know what?
What?
It's been a while since I've had any kind of sex, but I'm gonna go on a limb and say that he's not the one.
Look, I just don't like when he gives out opinions for movies because he's more like a double-edged sword. He would just fucking lean to whatever side, and he's always wrong. One of the fucking reviews he gave out for the Black Panther. Oh, the movie's amazing. The movie's this and that. Oh God, you guys gotta see the movie. 2-3 weeks out down the line. Oh yeah, the movie sucked. Yeah, the movie's not that good. And you're like, whoa, bitch. First of all, you're fucking sucking its dick and telling everybody to go see the movie. Then all of a sudden you give it a bad review. He went to go see Ant-Man and the Wasp Quantumania, and he's already pretty much commenting that it's the second worst movie in the MCU. But then he has a video giving it like appraisal, like, oh, this movie was actually pretty good. You gotta go da. Fuck him, dude. That people like that are the worst, dude. They just gonna make you fucking think all these things, and when you go see a movie, like, wait a minute, this movie's not like how he explained it. But then he's like, yeah, the movie sucked. Double-edged bastard.
Let's face it. I don't know why it is that you decided to declare jihad on the man, but you have.
Shit happens.
But part of it is the fact. I mean, based on what you're saying, I don't know. I don't know the man from a bowl of soup because I don't, and I don't like soup.
I love soup, but the fact that he's there, I don't want it.
I don't like soup. Soup is just water with food in it.
Yeah.
Change my mind.
No.
Okay, you already know how he is.
Yes.
To discount whatever he has to say because he's a hype man. That's all. You don't have to sit there and, pledge eternity quest of damage to the man. He is irrelevant, and you should treat him with the irrelevance he deserves.
Which is none.
No, he needs, from what you're saying, he needs all the irrelevance.
Okay, no, my bad. I may, give a fuck. Sorry.
Confused with that and the scale of fucks to give, his actually reaches below 0.
Literally. Negative. Pass that shit
Fine.
too.
But just let it go, dude.
I will. I am. Is that the fact that I saw that review of when he was talking about it, and he just irked the fuck out of me, dude. Like to a point where I was like, God, just shut the fuck up, bro. Just shut the fuck up. Oh my God. Like, just shut up, bro. Just say whatever you saw. You saw the fucking movie. You went to the review. Okay, I did it, guys. Hey, high five. And that's it, bro. Fuck it. Yeah.
Getting back to what what we were talking about.
Okay.
I'm wondering if a lot of what reviewers are discussing with regards to Ant-Man and the Wasp Quantumania has to do with burnout. Like they're tired of seeing these movies.
Probably. I wouldn't doubt it. I would not doubt it.
Let's face it. After a certain amount of time, the jokes get stale. After a certain amount of time, fine, you can have a joke here and there. Yeah, not everything can be the end of the world.
Yes.
But after a certain amount of time, maybe let go of the jokes.
Okay.
That's a difficult thing to do in an Ant-Man movie when Scott Lang, the only thing he has is jokes. That's a superpower.
And the fact that he's a fucking vampire.
It's Morbin time.
That man does not age.
Paul Rudd was given Dick Clark's blood, and so now he's going to look that way until the day he dies.
Yeah, he's not wrong. But you know what, Willie? I am curious to know what our audience thinks. Ladies and gentlemen, what do you guys think about everything we just talked about today? Above and below, please comment down below. Let us know your thoughts, and let's have a conversation about this. But we're done, guys. We're finished. We are done. Stick a fork into us because we just finished.
This was a bit of an aimless podcast today because there wasn't really much to talk about except for the fact that people are tired of movies.
Definitely. I hope that whoever's watching this show or everybody's going to be watching the show, give us an opinion about it. Like, what do you guys think of the fact that we just sat here and just talked like about what's going on in theaters and our personal opinions of certain things and about certain content creators? But please, again, comment down below. Let us know your thoughts. Let's have a conversation about this. And guys, thank you so much for joining us today on this amazing show. And as always, like, comment, subscribe, hit that notification button just so when we come up with this amazing news, which is 3 times a week. Mondays, Wednesday, and Friday, and a little something in between. Willie, any last words?
I'm just giving you a warning.
Go.
Next time we talk, next time we hang out, I'm taking a hammer. If you say one thing about Matt Ramos, I'm smacking you in the pecker with it. No more hey boners.
Oh, okay. Fine.
You might actually like getting smacked there.
I just might, you know what? Because fuck him, bro. Fuck him hard, man. You know what?
Dude.
I'm going to end this shit because there's going to be another 30-minute rant of me saying fuck him.
I mean, the guy's going to, the amount of sex you have wished upon him, like he's gonna get VD through the air.
Guys, we'll see you on Monday. Peace.
Bye.